Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Great to have you here on a Sunday night. I remembered the day. Oh, holidays must be working. Hey, Sunday night. Yes, had baseball today. Bit of sun. I had to umpire the game before the ladies' game, which is pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to be out there. There was a bye over Christmas. And then, so I think it's been like 2 months. And so just, had to, not anything fantastic out of me today. But I think there's 4 games left for the season. So I might get 9 for the year out of 20 odd. So, so it's good to get a bit of a run around, a bit of exercise, probably a little bit too much sun. I've definitely got a bit of colour in me today. This evening, it was cool. Bit of fun with the boys. We copped a flogging. Was pretty close all the way up until the last innings, and then we just sort of collapsed. I guess is the only way you can really do it. And then we went down by 9 runs. So it was pretty average in the end. It definitely warranted a little bit better. It was a closer game up until that last dig. So just a bit disappointing, I guess, for everyone that we just couldn't sort of hold on and keep it at least close or keep the win. We were 2 runs up going into the last dig, so a bit unfortunate. Was some funny stuff out of it. One of our guys hit a home run and then got home and missed home plate, and they seen it and touched home plate and got him, so out. So not happy. And I think that was his first home run, so it was, poor fella, not good. Basics. It's all about basics. Do the basic things. Worry about the celebrations when you get off the field. And I guess that goes into everything in life. Just make sure if you cover the basic stuff when you do it, you're not going to get caught out by missing something. So just remember to cover your basics. And in editing, I guess is that to make sure you do your sound, do your colour, transitions, graphics, all that sort of stuff. Audio, you've got your basics you do step by step, and I still write them down each video, write them down in a list of stuff I need to do. That way I can't forget to do one. The last thing you're going to do is spend all that time, specifically me, I've got to spend maybe an hour, 2 hours or 3 hours to render out that video to get it and go, that looks terrible, or I can't hear nothing, that's just background noise. So basics, keep it simple, stupid, KISS. I think we got taught as kids. I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore. So in the PC bubble wrap culture we live in now, you can't say pretty much 90% of the stuff I grew up on. But anyway, what do? I would have been a prick of a kid nowadays. Jesus Christ, I feel sorry for all these teachers. Imagine being a teacher nowadays and you had kids like me running around throwing rubbers and erasers at teachers and just running amok. And they used to just clip us behind the ear or give us the cane. I think my record was like 45 canes in one day, and I was still laughing at the teachers. So I'd hate to have to try and control some of these kids when you can't do anything to them. It's a bit weird. But anyway, right now on about the Another Day, Another Vlog series. As you know, when I started, my original attempt was to go 365 days without missing. I think I got, what did we do? I think it was like 3 months. I think it was 3 months in it, and then I missed a day. I couldn't do it. I've had a few days off here and there in between, but I've definitely hit it. Now, it was a lot easier at work because obviously don't have to worry about anyone but myself. I do 12 and a half hours a day in front of a epoxy computer. So it was very easy to sort of get the info and then just come home and shoot it. And after I'd had dinner, talk to the family, and I could just stay up late, do that, smash that out and edit it. It just took forever to download, upload. But I've noticed in these last 2 weeks, if I do that every day here, on top of everything else, with making sure I'm looking after Jack, because I'm doing a lot more here to make it easy for my lovely wife to do some more work and stuff. It's just stuff is clashing and all that. So I made a decision last night. think I got in a grumpy mood yesterday, which I sometimes do. I can get a bit like that. I'm sure we all get things when stuff frustrates us. So I decided last night that I had to sort of get some give and take in there. I learnt after completely stuffing my first marriage up, that compromise is the key to a marriage, and doing the right things and being able to compromise and doing that. So what I've worked out is, at least while I'm on my 5-month holidays and maternity leave stuff, so that's till July. While I'm here, I'm just going to run it, and that might change. I might add in extras, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat it like a job, which I guess it is currently my job, other than looking after Jack. Jack's my number one priority at the moment. But so what I'm going to do is do Monday to Fridays. Weekends has always been tricky for me to find stuff anyway. And then Saturdays, Sundays, I'm just going to have those days off. So Saturdays and Sundays, it'll allow me to spend time with the family, not stress about having to fit all his stuff in, get all that done, do some family stuff, and then try and come back here at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, go through, try and find stuff. And sometimes, as I said to you, weekends are very tricky to get your stuff. Even tonight, I think I've spent about an hour trying to get some stuff to get out to you that I think it's important to get out to you. But I think it could possibly wait. And I think if Fridays would be a sort of a biggish one, or Fridays would be good, but Monday should be a big episode, because we should have 2 days worth or 3 days worth basically to come into it. I think that's a better solution. Then I can sort of concentrate on those Monday to Friday, just focus on doing my editing, my going to shooting videos, going to do all that stuff. And then on the weekends, I can just sort of switch off and just de-stress, sleep in, do that, not worry about anything. If there's a special occasion or something like that, we go to like falls or go somewhere as a family, well then I can maybe slip something in there, so that'll obviously change. But I think that's a better solution. We're still only a small channel, so I don't think I hope it doesn't. If you are upset about that, please let me know below. I hope it doesn't annoy anyone or piss anyone off. I'm sort of trying to fit this into life, as I'm sure you can all imagine. It's not a quick just wham bam 5-minute jobby. I am trying to give you as much information and check stuff and make sure I'm giving you sort of at least accurate rumours, I guess. 90% of the stuff we're talking about is rumours, but other the stuff is I'm going to fact check and I'm looking for prices and stuff. So it can take up a bit of time. So I figured that's probably a better way to do it. And then again, that will then alleviate me having to just kill myself until midnight every night. And I guess that can't be good for actually what happens anyway. So yeah. I think I'll get it all out there. So I hope you all understand that. If there's any dramas, that just let us know down below. I think it'll be good, because if we do this, if the house sale and everything goes ahead as well, and plus I've got to fit that in, all this two house sales and bits and pieces. So there's a fair bit happening there, so I can do those things on the weekend. That's better for me there. It'll work out well, because then if we do our drive, and that's the fingers crossed plan, let's sell this place and then we can drive to Queensland, and we're going to do that across the bottom of Australia, stop at some mates. I could talk to one of my good best mates in Adelaide, going to stay there with him so we can go do some time there. I can go do some shooting, go through the wine regions, McLaren Vale, and show you all the places I used to run around Adelaide, which would be pretty cool. And then we can move into Victoria and go through New South Wales, and by then hopefully there's some rebound. They get some going into winter. They'll get some rain and stuff. We might be able to see the after effects of the fires and how the country's bouncing back as well, which would be pretty cool. And then all the way up to Queensland. So that big journey, then it's going to be easy for me to do a daily vlog, because I'll be doing it, I guess, while I talk to you. I can just, wherever we camp or whatever, I can just run through something for the day stuff. So that will be pretty cool. So that's when it'll change anyway. So I think that covers everything on that. So I hope you all appreciate that and support me on it. So I think it's a better solution for me, and it definitely helps out the family. It just gets me a little bit of breathing space, I guess. So, and then we'll still get a full week of everything that's going on and what's happening with me and what's happening with everything else in the world. Don't want to let you down too much, but I hope that doesn't. But let me know anyway. Now, let's get on with it. Tonight, Trump, God bless his cotton socks. The wall, the biggest, greatest, awesomest, amazing wall. Mexico's going to pay for it. That failed. Massive big steel friggin' monster. It's got airflow points and yeah, it's fallen down. Must have had some big windstorms or something come through. Obviously, they're large bits of steel panels, so it's a fair bit of wind. For whatever reason, some bad footings or some dodgy corners cut builders. These things have not been able to handle those winds and just collapsed, so opening up the border. The latest, I think, one they said today was one in California, a brand new section had just been installed this week, fell over as well. So obviously pretty scary too. You imagine being some sort of border guard and see this domino effect of the wall coming down behind you while you're doing your circuit. If you've only got one road and it's right next to the wall, you've got to try and escape. So that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, it's like, yeah, he's just, I guess another one that a lot of heat's died off on that one. But again, I think it's a little bit crazy. I think every country has its good and bad spots and bad people and bad things. But everywhere I've been to Mexico and every Mexican I've met in the States has been bloody amazing and just the nicest. They're just friggin' hardworking people. They're amazing. So I've never had a drama. I think they're just awesome. They've had a bad run. They probably just get treated like crap. But they're all bloody hard workers. And when I have travelled to stay in Mexico, and I'm staying in a hotel, and that's the way they're supposed to treat you and all that. But even the guys in the street have just been, they're just super friendly people. It reminds me a lot of Spain when I travelled in Spain and was living in Europe or backpacked around Europe. The Spanish people and that's that Spanish culture. It's just super friendly, enjoy life and live life to the fullest sort of a thing. Siestas and late nights and drinking and celebrating and just, it's all about enjoying life. And I think that Spanish I think that's part of that Spanish culture, and it flows into Mexico, and you can feel it when you're there that they just have So I think they get a bit of a bad run there. So I'm the wall. I'm not a big fan of it myself. So I got to admit, pretty funny. Rightio, Justine. If you haven't heard of Justine, she's been on. Justine's been on YouTube for many years, multi-million subscriber personality, great tech person, awesome in tech. She's been doing Sony, I guess, vlogging camps for a few years now, where people can come along to Sony camps. Sony sponsors it. They talk about how to do your channel, all sorts of aspects of your channel. Well, she started up a vlog university, and it's basically off her back. Got a heap of sponsors involved, got a heap of other speakers and stuff involved. And again, it's a bit more of a next level of taking your channel life or channel business to that next level, how to become better, what are the pitfalls, what to look out for, what you need to do, all that sort of stuff. And I actually think she has got a really good idea there. Schooling and university should be ways for you to get the knowledge you need to give you the to give you the tools you require to do what you love, to make a living out of it, and to feed your family and all that sort of stuff, and to have a career. Now, if your career is in online channel, either Instagram, Twitter, any sort of social media, as well as YouTube or video or anything like that. Having a dedicated university that knows all the ins and outs of that platform or those platforms and give you the right ideas and the right way to go towards your goal is a really good idea. And apart from going to a proper university to learn some archaic old system where it's, well, okay, so you want to do video, well, you need to do art and photography, and then art under this course you can do these video and that you learn how to use the video. So it just doesn't work. I think it's more of a fine-tuned look at the social media as a business, as a career, and I think it's really good, and I think she'll do really well. I think this could only get bigger and better, and I would envisage maybe in the next 5 years she gets enough money and does well enough she can start her own school, and that'll set her up, because she's a really good speaker and she's really charismatic. So I think she can get the support, financial support and all that, and this could be her basically step back out of YouTube and then become a full-time, basically a teacher of YouTube and start all that sort of stuff. And I think it's good. It's moving into the next century, it's moving into the next 10 years, and it's got to change the way we look at things to get better, and I think it's only going to be more beneficial for the people that do go. So I think the one thing I had a schooling that you don't learn, and maybe it's just Australian schools, maybe it's just my school, maybe it's just me. You don't learn out about banking and finances or how to get loans or any of that stuff when you're in school that you should really know. You come out of it, you're basically blind and dumb. Unless you go to university to do a finance degree, you've got no idea what these lawyers and doctors and all these financial consultants are trying to sell you. You don't know nothing about tax. That's the stuff they should be teaching you in high school. So then when you turn 18 and leave school, you actually know like the basics of how everything works. You don't need all the maths and fancy stuff and all the other crap. Education hasn't adapted over the years, I don't think. They really need to look at the education and adapt it and suit it to what people need to survive. It's great to have the basic stuff, and that's all good, but by the time you get to high school, a lot of it's pretty much crap, and you don't get any benefit out of it, especially nowadays with computers. Like, I can understand you need to know how to do maths and all that, and I'm no maths expert, definitely no maths expert, but 90% of people use computers anyway to do all that and programs. They're not sitting there working out how to do all that geometry to make a 3D model. They're buying the software, and the guy knows how to code it because he knows to press Control-Alt-F makes that happen, and Control-D and S together will change the colour of that. That's not maths, that's just remembering what keys do what. So the guys that program it, they need the maths, but that's a different kettle of fish. But anyway, so I think she'll do well. Very, very cool, and good luck to her, and I think it's probably something you'll see more and more of. Fun side, Fast and Furious 9, the official trailer's dropped for that. The family's back, they're all back again, and Han is back. That's the big news. One, somehow that crash where he got killed by Jason Statham in Tokyo, and he went around the corner and got hit when he died, and then they went to thing and then chased Jason Statham. Somehow Han's not dead, even when they went to the funeral. So that timeline's happening now. So I don't know how that works, but yeah, Han's alive. That's a big one. That I'm sort of okay with. The main premise, Charlize is back in as the baddie, and John Cena's in it. Now, John Cena plays Vin's brother, and he's the baddie. So they both come from a crap family, but they've always hated each other and wanted to be the best. They're both stealing and criminals and all that, and the best drivers and all that sort of stuff. So basically they're polar opposites, but they hate each other and they always hate each other. So now they're up against each other, Charlize is using John Cena against him to try and get back at the team. So that's sort of the basic premise of it. I think I've got all that right anyway. But looks good, super mega action, as per normal Fast and Furious storyline. Really doesn't matter too much. It's going to be a good flick. It's going to be action. It's going to be fun. Wicked cars, hot chicks for his ladies, hot blokes. Alvin getting the guns out. He's got the guns out. The whole works will be in there as per normal, so it should be good. Didn't see a release date on it, so I'll keep you informed on that. And lucky last, Britain has finally left Europe. The countdown clock done. Boris Johnson got it done. As much as we all bagged him, and I bagged him too, and I'll still bag him. He's not a bright person, but he stuck to it. He said he was going to get it done. He didn't give a crap whose toes he stood on. Anything he had to do, he just got it done, and it's done. So I guess now we'll see the ramifications of how that affects Britain and how it's going to affect everything else in the European community. What's the financial, the dollar, how the EU's value is going to be, what's Britain's dollar value, the pound going to be, blah, 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 blah. So it'd be very interesting, but yeah, look, you've got to give him a tip of the hat. He said he was going to do it. He did it. Much like Trump, as I've said a few times, as much as you hate him, he said he was going to do what he was going to do, and he's done it. You can't knock someone that gets voted in because they say, I'm going to swing this hammer, and that's my thing. And then when they swing the hammer, everyone gets upset, oh, you can't do that. Well, I said I was going to do it. You all voted for me, so I did it. You can't get upset. So, and it's again the same with Boris Johnson. As much as we could say he's just unorthodox and just a nutcase, he got it done, and it's done. So we'll find out. As I said, we'll find out where that leaves Britain and the EU in the next couple of months. Very interesting times in the world. Couldn't see too much of an update on the coronavirus. Just quickly on that. So. Apart from it's obviously pretty, so just stick with what we had yesterday. I think it was around 170 yesterday. I'm assuming there's going to be more on top of that, but I'll give you another update tomorrow. I should be able to delve a little bit deeper, a bit more time to suss that out. Rightio. All right. So new day tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by the Another Day, Another Vlog series. If you are enjoying it and you do like getting the tech news, reviews, anything else you want to add in, let me know. Happy to help. I can add stuff in if there's something that interests you. Happy to go and look for that and suss out and get you any updates or new stuff that involves that. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for being a subscriber. Do appreciate all of my subscribers. Every damn one of you. You're bloody awesome. It's always interesting to watch a number go up and you think, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about that. But you go, oh my God, someone else has joined. Very, very cool, and I do appreciate it. So have a lovely Sunday night. Get some sleep. Start the working week for us all, and we'll see you all tomorrow on Another Day, Another Vlog. So whether you're hitting the hay, rolling out for those Sunday night session, or heading up to go down, I'll see you soon. Peace.